Are you ready to move your career forward? Make your comeback with Purdue Global and get college credit for your work, school life, or military experiences. With these credits, you may have already completed up to 75% of your undergraduate degree. You've worked hard to get where you are. It's time to get the recognition you deserve and earn a degree you'll be proud of, one that employers will trust and respect. When you take the next step in your life and career, make it count with Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults. Start your comeback at purdueglobal.edu.
The following ad is sponsored by Pets Best Insurance Services.
Pets come into our lives in many ways: shelters, breeders, or unexpected encounters. But no matter how you found your pet, they become our perfect match. Unfortunately, finding the right pet insurance plan can be hard. That's where Pets Best comes in. With a little information about you and your pet, Pets Best will recommend a plan that meets your needs and budget. Visit petsbest.com to learn more today. Your perfect pet deserves the perfect coverage. Petsbest.com.
You deserve a moment to yourself every single day. And a delicious bite of a Keebler Sandies can give you that comforting pause. Don't forget to pack the melt-in-your-mouth magic of a Keebler Sandies for a post-lunch pick-me-up. This magic is baked into simple shortbread cookies by Ernie and the Keebler Elves. So as life continues to fly by, make the most of your me moment. Take a pause and enjoy a Keebler Sandies.
Hi everyone, it's Amanda Rieger Green. Welcome to Soul Sessions. This is a bonus episode that I hope you find very practical and magical. We are talking about the new moon this month, and the reason I am drilling down and going into detail on this new moon is all new moons are powerful, but we're going to be entering into eclipse season this month. But this moon, this Pisces new moon, it is on March 10th. It is a special moon. It's a super moon, first of all. It's the second of 5 super moons in a row, which literally means the sun and moon are closer to the earth, so that gravitational pull that's happening can feel stronger and the impact can feel more significant, be more significant. So use it. I mentioned that I would do this bonus episode, if you listen to the last episode in March, that I would talk about both the new moon and the full moon eclipse in Libra on the 25th. But I'm actually just going to drill down and talk about the new moon and the astrological numerological code. I know that was a mouthful, so I'll just call it the astro numero code, because there is such a thing and it's kind of magical. It adds another layer of synchronicity, ability to see into, read into, find the parallels in your life or the synchronicities or the signs. It just gives us this other element of diving in deeper, finding our own clarity, and using the energies that are available to us always. So the new moon is in Pisces. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. Shout out to all the Pisces out there. This is your new moon. We get a new moon every year. Every now and then in the year, we'll get 2 new moons or 2 full moons, which is called a blue moon in our zodiac sign, in our sun sign, that is. But this is your new moon, Pisces. So you have your birthday, which is a great time, your solar return, a great time to manifest. But also your new moon is when the sun and the moon, they fuse together, they conjunct, they're holding hands, their energy is one, and the sun is about vitality, life force, direction, initiation, and self-expression, essentially, whereas the moon is about your inner life, your subconscious, your unconscious, your soul, your emotions, your deepest, innermost essence and self. So when that is fused together, it's like the internal and the external come together really profoundly for a punctuation or a point of clarity, so to speak. So happy birthday to the Pisces. Definitely use this. And if your natal moon in your astrological chart is in Pisces, or your ascendant, your rising sign is in Pisces, you get an added oomph. All of us signs, it doesn't matter what your astrological configuration is, it touches different parts of your chart. And if you know that stuff, I'm sure you're already diving into it. But if not, no need to get overwhelmed. And this is a moon, by the way, where overwhelm can happen. So just gear up for feeling a little bit flooded with emotions, with thoughts, with feelings, with feeling foggy. If you feel that way, then you're feeling it. So just know that. So the new moon is on the 10th, and it happens at 5 a.m. Eastern time in the US. So you do your calculation according to where you live in the world and know when that new moon is. And why that's important is when you're using the new moon to tap into the energies or to manifest or set your intentions, you always want to know when it's exact. It doesn't have to be perfect, but when you know when the new moon actually conjuncts, happens at that moment, then after that aspect happens or during the aspect, that's the most potent time. Not before, and not before a full moon and not before a new moon, because the energy is building and it hasn't happened yet. So I always, rule of thumb, as far as writing out my intentions, I do it at the time of, depending on when it is. I don't get up at 2 a.m. if it's a, 2 a.m. moon. I have before, believe me, I have. And I've been out in the yard with crystals and sage and all sorts of things. I mean, my husband has seen this and he just kind of laughs and goes, okay, do what you're doing. But I do it after it's exact or as close to as I can. And if I can't, or if I forget, I go back and do it when I can and when I'm intentional. But that time around the energy, when it is exact, is the most potent. Now, that being said, pay attention. If the new moon is on the 10th, which it is, pay attention between the 8th and the 12th. And the moon cycles in a sign for about 3 days. So the 9th, 10th, 11th are kind of the most potent time, but I always pay attention on either side because I find it valuable. There's a really big astrological transit that is happening on March 9th. Mars is squaring Uranus, or Uranus, whatever you want to say. And you can laugh about that. You totally should. But Mars, the planet of fight and war and courage and boldness and bravery, is squaring Uranus. And Uranus is about shock and awe. It's about revolution. It is about really forging ahead into the future in a pretty drastic way. So when you have two very masculinely oriented planets that can create destruction in their wake, and they're forming what is called a hard aspect. This is a square. It's a 90-degree angle. It's not soft. It's not flooding ease and fortune and luck into that aspect. It's a hard aspect. It's an angle. And these are two masculine energies. It's a big thing. And on a international scale, on the global scale, the world, the earth, there could be some disruptions geologically. There could be some kind of event that happens. And I won't dive too deeply into this, but so many astrologers in dissecting this energy talk about technological advancements or technological challenges. And I'm not going to go into the doom and gloom, but there could be some disruption on a global scale around that time, or it could signal some breaking down of systems. So think about this more personally and not from a cautionary or fear perspective, but being aware. Gosh, if something is radically disruptive for you around this new moon, pay attention and see what it's asking you to adjust, to respond to differently than you might have 6 months ago or 2 months ago. What have you learned this year? Where have you grown? Where have you been called to action? And how are you responding differently? How are you maturing? How is your perspective shifting? And how is that affecting your actions? Because Uranus and Mars are very action oriented, and squares are calls to action in astrology, and usually uncomfortable calls to action in astrology. Kind of like, you can't always get what you want, you get what you need. That's totally the theme here. And that is right on top of this new moon. And right after the new moon on the 11th, Mercury moves into Aries, and we haven't had any fire in the chart. That's been the missing element in the skies recently. We've had earth, water, and air. So no fire, no prana. That's why using the missing element of fire, moving your body, using your breath, shaking it off, shaking it out, can help you get clear in your actions or your intentions. So this is a really good moon. And when Mercury, by the way, Mercury signifies the mind. It is information gathering and sharing. It's about how we communicate with ourselves, with each other. It's how we expand our mind, our thought processes. It's about the brain, essentially, and how we use our voice, and not just our speaking voice, how we use our listening skills. So when Mercury moves into Aries on the 11th, that's a pretty potent time of insights and downloads. And the new moon is already that way because it's in Pisces, which is all about the subconscious. This is a beautiful confluence of energy where information can be brought up from your subconscious, things that you can't quite place, or ways that you respond to things, scenarios, circumstances, conditioning that you may not even be aware of because it lives in that dark, shadowy, deep place within you. This is a time where there can be revelations. So Mars and Uranus and Mercury moving into Aries around and kind of conjunct with essentially this new moon in Pisces that really represents mysticism, transcendence, oneness, compassion, love. We are all one, feeling connected, feeling emotional and sentimental. All of this is turbulent. So if you feel overwhelmed, if you feel foggy or confused, you're right on time. And can you move through it gracefully? And also, can you give others grace? If you remember back, it's a 2-month in numerology, and the 2 is about what am I learning through the other? And guess what else? This new moon is at 20 degrees of Pisces, 20. There's that 2 again. There's the astro-numerological code, 20 degrees of Pisces. And we're in a 2-month in 2024. March is a 2-month in numerology. So there's the 2. So this new moon is saying, oh my gosh, what am I learning through other people, through my experiences? What am I learning through my higher mind, my higher consciousness? Am I paying attention to my dreams? Which Pisces is a creative and dreamy sign. It's very idealistic. Lots of dreams are brought into reality or thought up or downloaded in our psyches during new moons. Full moons too, for sure. But the new moon is dark. It also represents the subconscious. So there is stuff germinating. And also, even though this is a new moon, usually full moons to me really signal a detox time, a letting go of, a surrender, a pulling apart, an illumination of. This new moon psychologically and psycho-spiritually feels very much like a turning point in this year to me. It feels very significant, and that's why I'm honing in on it. So how can you use this effectively? Remember that the numerology and the astrology coincide with the energy of the 2. I would do something in, around, or on the new moon with community, with your friends, with your partner, with your children, with other people that you love or you enjoy. And if you are working during the new moon, or you have commitments and are tied up and a busy schedule, it's okay. Can you make some time to reach out and tell someone you love them, or connect with somebody that's been in your mind and on your heart that you just keep putting off and not reaching out? This is the kind of moon where I would and I will take some action around stuff I've dragged my feet on with people I care about. That's what's coming up for me. And we all have that, oh gosh, you've been on my mind and I just hadn't picked up the phone. That's who you want to reach out to. And even if you're busy or you feel overwhelmed, okay, so you don't want to add to your plate, but you can reach out and send somebody a text and say, hey, I just want you to know I was thinking about you, or you've been crossing my mind lately. I hope you're well, and maybe we can connect soon. So use your words, use your voice, but listen to your heart and what's been on it, and don't wait. This is a good time for that. And this new moon cycles are 30-day cycles of manifestation. New moons are about seeding new intentions. It's what germinates in the soil, in the darkness. So with your intentions, I would journal for sure this new moon. And I'm going to talk about that in the eclipse, because right now it's like, get your journal out, pen to paper, because when we write, a lot of times stuff floods out that we aren't consciously aware of. So it's such an exceptional exercise for channeling and creating downloads and seeing really what's flooding through and up from your unconscious. So journal, I would do that. But if you set some intentions, think about setting intentions around the next 30 days, believable intentions, and not in the future. Set it in the present moment as if it is happening now. Today, I am experiencing fill in the blank. Today, I am appreciative of fill in the blank. Today, I feel fill in the blank. So look at your feelings, and if there are some goals that you want to achieve, some milestones you really believe that you're within reach of in the next 30 days, today I am grateful for manifesting and experiencing this new job. And I'm just, I'm thinking off the top of my head. It is my intention that I am completely aligned with the opportunities that are set before me. I am blessed. I kind of love that one around new moons. I am blessed to experience. I am blessed and capable of fill in the blank. So use your I ams. And I go a little deeper than I am, and I say, I know. That's just what has been coming through for me, and I have found it immensely effective. I know love. I know sustainability. I know security. Whatever it may be, I know healthy relationships. I know healthy processing of grief. You fill in your blank, but use some affirmatives, and use the affirmatives in the now, in the today. Now I am grateful for. Now I am experiencing. Now I know. And I'm pretty emphatic when I say that stuff, and I mean it. I feel it. It levels up my consciousness.
The following ad is sponsored by Pets Best Insurance Services.
Pets come into our lives in many ways. Shelters, breeders, or unexpected encounters. But no matter how you found your pet, they become our perfect match. Unfortunately, finding the right pet insurance plan can be hard. That's where Pets Best comes in. With a little information about you and your pet, Pets Best will recommend a plan that meets your needs and budget. Visit petsbest.com to learn more today. Your perfect pet deserves the perfect coverage. Petsbest.com.
Hi, I'm Cindy Crawford, and I'm the founder of Meaningful Beauty. Well, I don't know about you, but I never liked being told, oh, wow, you look so good for your age. Why even bother saying that? Why don't you just say you look great at any age, every age? That's what Meaningful Beauty is all about. We create products that make you feel confident in your skin at the age you are now.
Meaningful Beauty. Beautiful skin at every age. Learn more at meaningfulbeauty.com.
Hey guys, Mario Lopez here to tell you the national sales event is on at your Toyota dealer, making now the perfect time to get a great deal on a dependable new SUV like an adventure-ready RAV4. Available with all-wheel drive, your new RAV4 is built for performance on any terrain from the road to the trails. And with plenty of passenger and cargo space, plus available tech like wireless charging, you and your entire crew can stay connected. Or check out a stylish and comfortable Highlander with 3 spacious rows of seating for up to 8 passengers. And with available features like the panoramic moonroof, you can sit back, enjoy the wide open views with your whole family. Plus, both RAV4s and Highlanders are available in hybrid models, so no matter your style, you can drive efficiently and save on gas. So visit your local Toyota dealer and check out amazing national sales event deals on RAVs, Highlanders, and more when you visit biotoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
If you want a journal prompt or two, just some reflections for this new moon, I would certainly think about, for some reason, healing is coming up because Pisces is very healing. It's cleansing. It can be overwhelming. It can flood the senses. And when I say that, the imagery that comes to mind is in watering a plant or it pouring down rain outside. And when the plant gets flooded with water, the root system gets flooded and it loosens up and it loses its footing. And I'm not a botanist and I am also not a gardener with a green thumb. So if I am botching that wording or confusing you, I'm so sorry. But I think you get what I'm saying. Like when I overwater plants, although I've been much better about that in the past year. And it's kind of amazing because it was an intention I set for last year. But overwatering plants, I guess, the root system gets loose. That's what this moon can feel like. So sometimes storms or flooding waters actually cleanse. They clear out debris. So what are you healing? What is it in my life and in my heart and even in my head that needs healing? And now as a prompt from that came directly through is us healing judgment. We, as humans, we are judgy, and I raise my hand and I get it. And that voice in my head takes up so much more energy than practicing acceptance, forgiveness, compassion, and empathy. And it's harder to practice those things more naturally and fluidly. So this is a great moon to say, where am I super critical, self-critical or critical with others? Where am I judgmental? And can I let them or myself off the hook? Where is my judgment right now? Where is my mind trailing to outside of my own hula hoop and periphery? And where am I taking someone else's inventory or critical of their behaviors and actions? And can I actually release my grip, surrender, and let them experience what they're experiencing and know what my role is or my voice or my responsibility is in that relationship or in that dynamic. So focus on healing, focus on judgment, and then also let's do something that's a higher call to action as far as a journal prompt goes. When do I feel wildly alive, inspired, and enriched? And get really honest about that. I've already told y'all that I get really alive and enriched and happy and joyful at the grocery store. So it doesn't matter. Be really honest. Is it when you go get Botox? I don't care. It does not matter. No judgment. And maybe it's when you're cooking. I love to cook. I love to be in the kitchen. I love to chop vegetables and make salads. I'm in my happy, creative, grounded space right there. I love to do laundry. So, I don't know that I feel creative when I do laundry. Let's get clear with that. But I feel the satisfaction of a job well done. I feel decluttered. I feel organized. I feel substantial in that moment and productive. But get clear. Think about when your creativity and your inspiration is firing. For me, it's certain people engage me and I feel inspired or uplifted or creative. So just think about, reflect on the last time you felt really enriched and creative and what you were doing, who you were with, where you were, and say, it is my intention that over the course of the next 30 days, I experience an abundance of enrichment, creativity, inspiration, and see that, smell it, taste it, envision it, feel it, see how you can embody it. Those journal prompts or those reflections, I think, are very significant. And last but not least, a couple things. One, pay attention to your dreams for sure, because Pisces energy is super dreamy, and because there's all this activity that is pretty significant in the astrology and in the numerology right now. The subconscious is trying to give us messages. Pay attention to your dreams. Great time for journaling on your dreams, reflecting on your dreams, asking your soul and your higher conscious to actually help you remember your dreams. I've been doing that for a while now, and it's kind of amazing how it works. It's hard to remember, and you've got to do it right in that moment when you wake up. Have a journal next to your bed and scribble stuff down, or boom, it goes away. So dreams can be really prophetic right now, so think about that. And the other thing that is imperative probably right now, and I mentioned this in the last podcast, is your energetic boundaries. Pisces energy is expansive and dissolving simultaneously. It's watery, it's interconnected. Think about drops of water in the ocean. We're all interconnected. Well, guess what happens with that? We get so enmeshed energetically, mentally, emotionally that we cannot see our clarity, our needs, our voice, our truth, and we get confused. We get overwhelmed. So your energetic boundaries right now are something to be mindful of, and a couple of easy ways to be aware of and clarify or purify or even strengthen your energetic boundaries. One would be your auric field, just imagining an egg around you, breathing beautiful color, whatever color to you comes to you, whatever comes to you immediately and feels beautiful and infused with life and vitality and wonder and magical, miraculous energy. Bring that into your aura, and then bring your aura in, aura in, aura in, aura in. I always say it 3 times, and I bring it about 6 to 8 inches around my body in my mind's eye. So using the imagination, which is very Piscean, impact the nervous system. So if you feel nervous and anxious and your overwhelm comes through an exhaustion or exacerbation of the nervous system, sitting down, breathing, drinking water, that will be very helpful because the nervous system can feel on overload during this energy. But bring your aura in, imagine it close, just call it in close to you. And another thing that I would do is when you wake up in the morning, if you can remember this, put a note next to your bed if you need to, put something on your phone, a reminder on your phone, whatever works for you. But first thing when you wake up, take a moment and breathe. When we first wake up, there's lots of things and tricks you can do first thing in the morning that are highly effective and magical and miraculous to manifest, to condition your day. But as far as your energetic boundaries go, we don't just sit. We might stretch. If you take a big stretch, use that time. Inhale and exhale fully. And as you do, imagine your energy field that has been way out in the cosmos, in the astral plane at night, that you are bringing in all that intelligence, wisdom, information, quantum and cosmic energy. You are integrating it healthily, wholly, fully. So use your breath as you think and intend that. And literally that can last for 8 seconds. You don't have to sit and stretch for 30 minutes. Just inhale, exhale, and say, all aspects of me are here now. All aspects of me are here now. I am grounded, clear, and present. And then if you want, you can say something like, may I be a vessel of service today? May today be imbued with delight and ease and joy. Today, may I have the clarity to show up fully, wholly, boldly, and in my inspiration, in my truth, in my wisdom. Whatever you want to say, you use your creativity and your voice, but use it. Use it or you lose it. So use that time in the morning. You can also do this at night too, but I would definitely in these days do it in the morning. Right after this, and this is where I'll close, is on the 19th, we have the astrological new year where the sun moves into Aries. And Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. I also feel like this month is just jam-packed. So is next month and the month after that, with a lot of really significant energy. But the equinox signals a changing of the guard, a changing of season. It's a cardinal energy. The cardinal signs in astrology, which represent a change of season or a new beginning, are Aries and Libra, and Capricorn and Cancer, those 2 axiom, essentially. So Aries is the spring in the northern hemisphere, But Aries is the fire starter, the new beginning. But this year, there's so much revolutionary shift and change and quantum leaping going on that it feels like this astrological new year feels like a quantum leap. Like we're in it. The bar has gone down on the roller coaster and they've already hit start. You know, you can't say, hey, mister, I want to get off. Like, no, you're on the roller coaster. And I know it freaking feels like a roller coaster at times because I'm living it too. But this is a time where you pay attention on the 19th. And I believe the sun moves into Aries in the evening at night in the United States. So when that happens, it's a great time to set intentions or journal or ask to remember your dreams or say, you know, give me whatever it is that I need in order to accelerate brighter, lighter, clearer, more joyful, more happy, more well and healthy. Give me the energy I need and get outside. Definitely on the 19th, do something outdoors. And if you are stuck inside working a long shift, and you can't get outside, bring the outdoors in, meaning sit for a few minutes and meditate. Think about beautiful springtime weather or the glorious rays of the sun. Call the sun into your energy field. Use your imagination. We are very powerful in our imagination. If you think it, it can be. So bring the sun in, bring the indoors out and do it through your mind and your breath. Otherwise, get outside, connect with nature. Be one with, connect with this gorgeous planet that is imbued with so much intelligence that we are just beginning to tap into and activate. And if you ask the earth and all of nature to sync with your energies and you're conscious of it, and you do it on a day like an equinox, which for centuries and centuries, people have used equinox energy, those portals of energy, for very sacred and significant and magical reasons. It's important. So do something to connect to nature and the cycles and yourself and your evolution, your quantum leaping, your ability to organically leap forward and to trust in that, to find your hope, your expansiveness, and your faith for this new beginning and revolutionary energy that is coming through you in your life, in my life, and in our lives. I hope this is helpful. I hope you are able to make the most of this time and have fun. See what sprouts, see what appears, see what comes to you. And remember, any disruption or jarring scenarios or bad news, let's call it, that comes through, how can you be present and how can you respond in an evolved way, with a version of you that is coming through that is the truest maybe you've ever been. I send you all lots of healing, lots of quantum leaping, and make this time really significant in some way, shape, or form in your life. Be well, everyone.
No one likes to talk about money. Am I saving enough? Can I buy a house? Am I paying too much in taxes? Will I be able to retire? What if you could unlock insights about your finances in less than 5 minutes with a clear picture of where you stand today and where your money can work harder? Now you can. Visit Facet.com to take the free quiz and get your financial wellness score today. That's FACET.com. This ad is sponsored by Facet. Facet Wealth Incorporated is an SEC-registered investment advisor. This is not an offer to buy or sell securities, nor is it investment, legal, or tax advice.
Ready to celebrate International Women's Day? M&M's and iHeart present Women Take the Mic, sharing empowering stories of women supporting and celebrating each other. And of course, there is a smooth and creamy companion for your listening pleasure, peanut butter M&M's. Because they're just another way to help treat yourself in situations where you deserve a little added delight, like listening to your favorite podcast. So savor the deliciousness of peanut butter M&M's and spread some positivity. From breaking glass ceilings to dominating in sports and entertainment, women truly are unstoppable.
Tired of restless nights? At Lisa, we know good sleep is essential for mental, physical, and emotional health. From memory foam mattresses to hybrids that keep you cool all night long, Lisa's mattresses offer exceptional comfort and support with free delivery and 100 nights to try out your mattress in the comfort of your home. For a limited time, save up to $700 off select mattresses plus 2 free pillows. Go to lisa.com/iHeart for an additional $50 off mattresses and select goods. Exclusions apply. See lisa.com for more details.